Recording a video to help you guys better understand what exactly is going on for Time Warner Cable customers. As you can see, I have a stream open on Twitch's website. This is no different than maybe watching a video on YouTube in 1080p. The stream is currently set to 1080p. As you can see though, this should be clear. I'm paying for 50 megabytes down. I'm also paying for 5 megabytes up. This should not be happening. If I go and I will show you speed test, this should come back accurate. And again, in the background you can hear the music and this thing just completely freezing and unwatchable. We'll go ahead and begin the speed test and see what the results say. So 41 megabytes download. It's honestly not too bad. It usually does come up as 50, but of course we're not going to get up to, or we're only getting up to 50. And then the upload coming back at 4.91. So you can run this multiple times, it will always come back perfect. It will never be below what it should be. So here and we go back, and looking at this you can tell it's not doing what it should be. And for paying for 50 megabytes down and 5 megabytes up, I don't expect this to be happening. We have tried the workarounds by blocking 2 specific IPs out that are known IPs with Time Warner Cable. Blocking it did fix it. It never did this before. It did resolve the issue when those IPs are blocked. Unfortunately, it's those IPs being blocked, the alternative IPs that have been used have been so overused that nobody is able to use those IPs anymore. So now we're forced to use those 2 Time Warner IPs, and those 2 Time Warner's IPs will be included in the email. But again, as you can see, this is just completely unwatchable. I do have some workarounds set up right now, so if I go over here to YouTube, should be able to load a 1080p video. I'll just double check though, just for sake of testing. We'll set this at 1080p. And normally this should load instantly, and you take a look at that loading bar, and it's not loading. There we go. So now it started loading a little bit. Turn that down a little bit. Alright, so as you can see though, for having 50 meg download and having 5 meg upload, this should be loaded more than a minute in. It should be. Now I'm not going to complain because of course I could watch this and the buffer is going faster than what I'm watching it at, so that's fine. It's not a big deal. But with the workaround, when it was working, this video would have been fully loaded by now, 100%. So there's clearly something going on keeping me from actually watching this video at what I should be able to load it at. Again, just one thing that's frustrating. So as you can see though, so the buffer on this video is so slow in comparison to what it should be. And when we look at the prime example of what I'm trying to do on this Twitch website, watching somebody else play a video game, the buffer rate is just slower than the view rate, so that's causing the whole video to sit there and continuously freeze. Since the audio is on a different encoder, it's coming in, so the audio is also freezing from time to time, not always, but that means the buffer rate on that audio is also too slow, and it shouldn't be. So hopefully this kind of gives you a better understanding of what exactly is going on. Hopefully I gave you enough information in this email that you can kind of get a better understanding as well from what everybody else out there is experiencing, because this is not just me. This is people from all over the United States that have Time Warner Cable. They're having this situation happen. I've given this link right here, up here. I have given this link to almost 6 people now to have them come and test. While I'm actually recording this, I've had a couple people look at it. And they have all said that it's been working fine. I asked them who their provider is, and not a single one of them has Time Warner. I had one guy test this from Milwaukee who has Time Warner as well. Does the exact same thing. I had somebody that was in your call center in Appleton test this from his work computer, and it was the exact same thing. It was freezing for him at the Time Warner Cable office. So, I mean, we've done testing. We can definitely limit it to its Time Warner Cable customers mainly. and that it's not an area issue, that it's a whole issue throughout the country, and we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on. You'll notice that in one of the links I gave you that there's a lot of people from specifically the Midwest and then also down in Texas. It seems to be something that's happening in Texas and the Midwest only. There's really no people from LA out on the West Coast or the East Coast that are saying they're having issues, although there is one or two. So if there's anything else you need, just let me know and I'll get you as much information as I can. Like I said, I'm just trying to find some type of resolution to get this fixed, because this is literally getting just absurd for the amount of money that we have to pay. And if we are getting connections to caching servers that aren't able to handle the amount of traffic that are coming through, then why are we paying so much? That's literally my only thing. You know, if I have to deal with this, then I expect my bill to be cheaper. I don't expect to be paying $70 for a service. And you know, like I was saying earlier, if I went and got turbo, it's literally no difference. The turbo speeds will load videos at the exact same speed that my extreme or my ultimate loads. So why not downgrade? That's my next question. You know, it's just, why are we paying for service that literally is doing nothing different from the previous versions or the lower versions of it? So like I said, I hope this is enough information to show you exactly from my side what's going on. I'm just doing kind of a local recording from my computer, so hopefully that's enough to kind of let you know exactly what's going on. But oh, help me fix this, please.